Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch, and today's starting pitcher, Zack Littell.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
All right, ready to go here. Here's George Springer to start it off. That misses, and we're underway.
Come on, fellas,
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
And the righty deals. There's a strike.
1-1. Let's go, Rays.
And that's outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Come on, Rays.
The 2-1. And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Hey, nobody away.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Bichette in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Plays that one now.
Out to short. Walls. Tosses to first. 2 away here in the top of the first. Two outs. Base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. On the ground to third. Over to Diaz. And Guerrero is set down. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on. Back here at the ballpark. And our starting pitcher here today, Hyun-Jin Ryu.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Leading off for the Blue Jays.
Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt.
Hitter, Brandon Belt.
Brandon Belt, who grew up in Texas, played his college ball at the University of Texas, and then went on to win World Series with the Giants in 2012 and 2014. They called him the captain for a couple of years.
Yeah, and I remember Bruce Bochy talking about Brandon Belt when he was just coming up to the big leagues and said he was a left-handed Buster Posey.
The next offering misses, and the count is 1-1. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Bounced up the middle. Walls throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
And here is Matt Chapman. It's interesting. He plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting sixth, the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes. Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
2 down, 2 down.
The 1-1.
Hit it right.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Blue Jays go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back. Here's the left fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Number 25.
Littell, a 6'4" righty, 27 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. And the right-hander back to work. And that one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Fought off foul.
Hey, get him yourself right here. Let's go, baby.
And the right-hander deals. In the dirt. Gathers and throws to first. And one away in the top of the third.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Whit Merrifield up to the plate.
Hey, one away, one away. Right.
And fouled off. Top of the third, no score. Strike 2.
0-2.
And that's outside.
1-2. Come on now, Tampa.
The wind and the pitch.
No, that's down. Ball.
That one hit to right. Lowe has it sized up.
Got it, got it, got it.
And there are 2 outs.
Batting 9. The center fielder.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier.
Pretty amazing, going way back. Possibly the best center fielder I've ever seen.
Kiermaier, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, hitting 9th in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. That one to first, and he grabs it foul. The 0-2. And that one a little bit high.
Hey, 2 down here. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Bounce to the left side. Over to Diaz. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Blue Jays. And we're still knotted at 0. On to the 4th, and the batter is George Springer.
The right fielder, number 4. George.
Chris, one of the things that's really cool about George Springer's story is what he has overcome. As a kid, he had a lot of anxiety, and he had a stutter. And he's a guy now that speaks publicly and does so marvelously and is a great spokesperson for young people who struggle with stuttering.
Yeah, the Stuttering Association for the Young, SAY is the acronym, and George Springer doing a great job representing that organization.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
Hey, nobody.
And that's in there for strike one.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and Heart of the Order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Hey, let's roll two.
Here comes a pitch. This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. And the runner stays where he is. Ground ball left side. And it's just foul. That was close.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base. Try to stay out of a double play here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Guerrero up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Here we go, guys.
Base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
2 on, 1 out. Next is the designated hitter, Brandon Belt. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
Strike him out. Clutch up right here.
And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Tying run in scoring position. The Rays leading on the solo homer. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Next one is off the plate. 3-2 now. The pitch. Got him. 2 away.
Well, that's exactly what a good 2-strike splitter will do. Duck right under the bat path and that last 15 to 20 feet or so. And at that point, it's just too late to do anything about it as a hitter. Really nice pitch.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Grounded out his first time up. And he takes a strike. Springer over at second. Guerrero at first. 2 out of the inning. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Got him swinging for the K. Slider got him for strike 3.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at Tropicana Field, ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. The right-hander back to work. That's in there. Strike 1.
Hey, nobody out now.
On the ground. And that's a fair ball.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Runner at first with no outs here. And that's ripped for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
First and second, no outs. Whit Merrifield will hit next. On the ground, right side, dive, and he's got it. It's there, and that's a great play.
Oh, that is such a tough play, but these guys make it look easy. They slow the game down. That diving stop right there, it's only part of the equation. Then you got to collect yourself, get up, make a good throw, and you got to get it there in time. That's the toughest part, especially when it's got to be on the money.
Here's Kiermaier now. 0 for 1 so far. Here's the strike.
0-1.
We got one out here.
And that's a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And down on strikes he goes. Huge strikeout there.
Always a tough call to make as a third base umpire. You're a long way away. It's not a great angle, and it happens so quickly, but it's part of the job. Sometimes just a coin flip.
Well, what do you got on it? I think he got it right. I think he went.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that's a good call. But you talk to umpires, and they say sometimes it can be really difficult depending on what color the bat is, what color the uniform is. Things that you just wouldn't think about come into play when they're trying to make a quick call like that.
What if we just went possession arrow?
That'd be great.
And a foul ball. The 0-1.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. So they strand a pair. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Rays 1 and the Jays nothing. Back now in Tampa Bay. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now here is Bo Bichette. And a pitch. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats. Well, these Jays finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Next offering way off the plate.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Got him swinging.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
1 down, base is empty. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And he deals. And there's a ball.
1-2.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
And here is Brandon Belt.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Bell, a former All-Star, 34-year-old vet, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2009. Kicks and fires. And ball 1.
Here we go, guys. Let's go.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Now batting, third base.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there was just no one there to knock it down.
So 2 down. Here's Matt Chapman.
Let's do it, Rays.
In for a strike. And it's 0-1.
It's 0-1.
Gets the slider in there for a strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. So 1 hit is all they get. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. Rays 3. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the catcher comes up to hit. The Blue Jays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
First offering misses the mark. Ground ball to the right side. The throw to first. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
That's to third. Over to Diaz. And a couple of quick outs.
The batter, number 15, second baseman, Whit
Merrifield now at the plate. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup. Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
On the ground, out to short. Walls throws to first. And that is the third out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, we go to the 8th. Leading off, Kevin Kiermaier. Feels like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power.
He just has to understand that his skill set is unique, and he's very valuable for any ball club. If he does that, he'll play a long time in this league.
Hey, strike this guy out. Let's go.
That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 now. Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. Gets it to first. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Showed us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand, but what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets, and it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
Springer stands in now and watches strike 1. 1 for 3. Kicks and deals. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul.
Hey, come on now.
Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 2 down.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
Bichette, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at-bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Next offering is in for a strike.
2-1.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
The pitch. Slider misses outside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Margot settles under it. Puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail it here 4-0. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Sean Armstrong. This guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Sean Armstrong.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.